Hello friends, welcome to the Radical Restart. Thank you so much for stopping by today. My name is Becky. I'm the host of the channel. I do this channel in conjunction with my friend Dana over at the Idle Homestead. I'll make sure to link her information in the description box below. But today I thought I would, before I actually flip you around, I want to show you what I came up with. A lot of what I'm seeing within the YouTube community right now, in the budgeting community, are people that are setting up their own budget binders. And I thought, why not use things that are around our house to set up our own budget binder free? Why not? So I went ahead and set up, I found a notebook. If anybody is like me, you may have notebooks laying around your house. And I thought, well, why don't I just go ahead and set up a budget binder using a regular notebook to help me budget my income and start my cash envelope system again for 2023. My friend Dana and I, we did our cash envelopes in 2022, and both of us were pretty surprised with the results that we had. And they really work. They really work. Cash stuffing envelopes really works for us. So I wanted to try to share that progress and the goals with you as we go along through this year. I know it's already February, but we've had some setbacks, and we'll talk about those in later episodes. But for right now, I'm going to flip you around, and I'm going to show you how to set up your own budget binder using a regular notebook. Okay, friends, let's get this started. Everybody got coffee this morning. I'm going to apologize for the slurp sessions. I had a little bit of a happy accident this morning. It's early. Kids are still asleep. Puppies, kitty cat still asleep. But I ran out of coffee. But look what I found. I found pumpkin spice. I know, it's February. It's the end of February right now. But I found my pumpkin spice. I had hidden this in the pantry. So we're going to enjoy our newly happy accident coffee. Slurp session coming. And we're going to dig right into the video today. So I know that I was talking a lot about in my intro that I wanted to do a quick flip through of a longer video that I've already made. And I made it back probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, just as a very quick, or as an in-depth how-to. I am so sorry for the noise. My cat is playing in one of his tunnels, so he's decided that he wants to make an entrance right now. So anyhow, back to the planner flip through. So let's get through it. So I wanted to talk to you today about this at the beginning, starting from the beginning. And one of the reasons why I wanted to show you how you can make your own budget planner setup was because I found my holy grail. This is my holy grail. This is the notebook that started it all. And you can see it's just a regular composition book. Let's see if I can find any clear pages, because she is definitely a thick boy. That's for sure. But this budget binder for me became absolutely critical and crucial at a time in my life when I needed it the most. When I was newly single and had to immediately start thinking about how I was going to set up my finances, and going from 2 income to a 1 income house, and all of the confusion and uncertainty about that. This notebook that I made for myself became absolutely critical to help see me through those crucial first days of figuring out my life and my own system on how I wanted to go forward, start fresh, and set up my own financial system. So that's why I came up with the idea of showing you how you can make your own budget binder with just simple things like a notebook, which is exactly what I did. I took a composition notebook and I made it my own. And like I said, as you can see, for security purposes, I won't show you everything, but I have literally pages and pages paper clipped. I have tabs. Let's look here and see if I can find my tab. Oh, I even have washi tape at the top, just to give myself little nudges of what sections I wanted to make in my notebook. Because as I was going along, I found that there were extra ideas and extra things I wanted to add, but I didn't know how to do it. So I just made up my own system. And a lot of it pertains to just using washi tape on the ends of pages to remind me, oh yeah, this is where this section starts. I use paper clips, like I said, to put any necessary items that I needed in my planner. And then I also decided to use a ledger system. Let me see if I can find any part of my ledger system. So basically, it was just a ledger page that I needed to keep track of mileage, because at the time I needed to keep track of taxes. And so I literally just numbered 1 through 31. And I would put the start mileage and end mileage, start mileage, end mileage, just to help me with my tax purposes. But anyway, so then I ended up taping that into my binder, and it became a very, very handy way of keeping track. And I can't find any clear pages, so we're not going to worry about that. But you can see how loved, used, everything this notebook is. So Dana and I have been talking a lot, getting a lot of ideas for great content that we want to post on our channels for you, to show you different projects. Maybe even think about things that you already know how to do, but you know, you might find a few tips and tricks along the way. But I want to do a disclaimer. I like to talk, obviously, if you can't tell by now. So a lot of my videos are going to, they're going to be lengthy, and I've decided to give myself some grace, that that's going to be okay, because that's who I am. And if you don't have time to watch, totally understand that. You can fast forward. Maybe you can find some things that will help you along the way. I know I've had to do that a lot with my own YouTube subscription. So anyway, so we've got our Holy Grail, and shown you the inspiration and how I began my planner journey with my finances. I moved along to a couple of different other styles as I have gone through the years. This is my current one, and so I have set it up in a way that I can have my calendar. I have a few pages in between for notes, budget setups, you know, just anything that comes to mind that I may like. if I have any note sections or trackers, I tip them in. So for me, I have 1, 2, 3 different trackers that I want to kind of keep track of my finances. I want to see what during the month, what my starting balance was, what I paid during that month, what the ending balance was, and then the next month I'll go back and I'll just go ahead and track that down. My goal this year is to pay off several debts, and it's going to be great. I'm excited about it. Had some success with that in the past. Dana and I really dove deep into the cash envelope system last year, and I really liked it. She introduced it to me, and I really liked it. And I think Dana and I both liked it so much that both of us did kind of like a little end of the year wrap up for each other, just to see how blessed we were. And I mean, you know, the cash envelope stuffing system for us has really worked and really saved us in several instances where we may not have had that little extra cushion that was needed. I know I had a couple of little breakdowns. Dana had a couple of little breakdowns, but because we were diligent and we took the time this year to really be accountable to each other for our kind of where we were at, it really saved us. So anyway, long story short, this is what I had last year. So I had a planner, and I was actually looking through one of mine. This is March. So I wanted to kind of give you an overview of what I would normally do if I was planning. The very first thing that I do is set up my paychecks so that I can see what kind of income that I will be having in the current month. And then I will transfer that into a system, a line system for how I want to budget my goals. And then once I have deducted all of my debts, then I can find out how much I have left over. Then I can play with cash envelopes. So it's kind of a fun little process for me. So in my last video, I showed you how to take plain old cereal box like this, and we turned it into a little cash sorter. So just using it from items around the house. I think I showed you all about that. If you watched it, thank you for watching it. It was really fun to make and really fun to come up with that idea. So let's dig on in. All right. So I think I started, yeah, this is the one that I started. So this is the notebook that I decided I'm going to use for my financial planner with you. It's very simple, just simple notebook. I decided I wanted to do a dashboard up front with some inspiration. I have a longer video that's going to show how I started making this. I'm going to start decorating it as we go along. But the first thing that I did was set up a calendar. And I set up calendars in, let's see, this one's beginning January. So I have my January calendar, and I know it's already late into February, and I'm hoping I can get this posted before February is up. I just started a new position, and I've been spending the last couple of weeks in real focus time on my new job. Love it. And so just wanted to make sure that I was getting myself settled in before I actually began huge projects like this YouTube channel. where I really want to spend some time with you and hopefully give you some helps. So I just took a simple glue stick. I printed off a calendar. I took a simple glue stick and I lined it up right along the edge and I glued it to my page. I go more in depth than that in my long video. So if you want to see that, stick around because I'll be posting that. But for today, we're going to set up February as if this was a brand new month. So I'm going to get my personal financial calendar set up, opened up to February, and we're going to see what we've done. So let's look here. So the very first thing that I have down, like I said, is marking down my checks, because I'm going to see the income that I have that's going to be coming in this month. And I knew this month was going to be a little bit different, because I had a part-time job at first, and then I began a full-time job. So it was going to be a little bit different for me this month on where I was going to be receiving my checks. But I always just mark them with the $sign there, just so I can see. And if I want to get detailed, I'll mark out in a little abbreviation what that check is from. But for the purposes today, I don't need to do that. Next thing I do, I always mark, obviously, we know February 14th was Valentine's Day, and then my son's birthday. Yeah, happy birthday. He had a birthday after Valentine's Day. He's an after Valentine's Day baby. And I have a grandbaby. And she has her birthday very close to her daddy. So we'll mark that one. And then I've got a nephew. And he has a birthday. So we're going to give him a birthday cake. Just mark it. And that way I know what I have coming up within that month in terms of birthdays. Now, for me personally, I don't know about you, but I do the Fly Lady system, or let's just say I try to do the Fly Lady system. I'm still a fly baby. If anybody knows what that is, you'll be laughing. But for me, I like to use Fly Lady system as much as I can. I do not adhere to it always, so just gonna let you know, I'm not the most faithful. My house is not where I want it to be, but it's not where it used to be, so that is what matters. So I'm just grabbing some quick colors. You can use highlighters, you can anything you want, but look and see already how colorful my calendar is. It's becoming something new. So I like to mark my zones for my house cleaning. Ooh, that one's bright and very, very uneven. That's okay. We're not going to be perfect. And let's see, let's use this one. This one's probably going to be bright too. Yeah, oh, dark. But that's okay. We only have a few days left in February, so we'll just leave it. But I like to mark my zones. So this is going to be zone 1, zone 2, zone 3, zone 4, and 5. Okay, that's my next thing. And I like to put any notes in my calendar. I don't know, you can use any calendar that you like. There are a lot of wonderful free calendars out there, but I always try to find something that has something pretty on it, as well as a section for notes. So I have put in here, starting my new job, And I was so excited about that. Love my new job. Absolutely love it. And starting my YouTube channel. Yay! The Radical Restart. Yay! How exciting. So you see, it doesn't take long before you've got some wonderful colors and things already inspire you and make you feel like, okay, I can accomplish this. I can do this. So what I like to do at the beginning of every month, you can even, if you want, you can put a piece of washi tape where your month is, where your month starts. So I'm gonna do something, but I'm not gonna do washi tape. I'm gonna take, why not? Let's take a piece from the back. I like these kind of notebooks because they have those perforations and I can just use them really quick. Let's take our section right away. And because it's gonna need to be bright so I can see where my love month is, I'm just gonna see if I can paint very quickly with my beautiful Jane Davenport watercolor markers. I don't know if anybody is an arter out there, but I love them. So yeah. So now when I close my book, I might go to the other side just so I can get a nice, bright, vivid little vivid section here. And I am not going to be perfect. I'm not going to worry about it. All I want to see is the color. So let's check it out. A little bit of blowing. Let's put that over there. Let's close our book and see. Yeah, so see? You can already see where my, now I know where my February's starting. So, the beginning of each month, I will go through my calendar and I'll see what dates I've got. So for this month, I have 2, 16, and 28. Next month, because my checks are bi-weekly, I'll have a different amount of checks. Let's see, let's check in March. So in March, let's go over to Becky's personal planner here and find March. Okay, let's mark this out, Beck. So we're going to have one on the 2nd. We're going to have one on the 15th. Because Becky has a part-time and a full-time job. So we're going to say this one is a part-time job. This one is a full-time job. Full-time job pays me on the 15th and the last day of every month. Part-time job pays bi-weekly. So yay, look here, we've got bi-weekly. We're going to have an extra. It's March, so we're going to have something extra. Oh, I want to do this one. Let's do this one. This will be great. Yeah. So, normally, I like to do my sections on the sheet before my calendar starts. So, we're going to do it that way. Let me see if I've got a little ruler here. And if I don't, then at the Radical Restart, we use whatever we have available. So I have cereal. Actually, look here. Let me just bring this in. I have a Dave Ramsey book. Any Dave Ramsey people out there? Okay, so let's go ahead and divide our sections off. The first thing that I do is I divide my sections. So for this one, Let me look here. I like to think I like to think of this as a whole month spread. So this is a 2-week section and this is a 2-week section. So I'm looking and I'm thinking in the first 2 weeks I will have two paychecks. I guess I'll have 3. Yeah. And in the last 2 weeks I'll have 2. So let's do 1. This is going to be really, really rough, but that's okay. So we're going to divide this into thirds. Very, very, I know I'm being very specific here. But I'm just going to divide it in third really quick. And then this one is my 2nd week's. So I'm just going to draw a line. I don't care if she's straight or not. She's going to be okay. Okay. So I'm going to have the 2nd, my part-time job. Okay, so then we'll have 15th. Oh, I know why. Usually I go 1 through 15 on this side and then 15 plus, but that's okay. And then I'll have the 16th. And then we'll have did I do this wrong? No, I didn't, because I have an extra one. That's right. Because it's March. We have 3 Thursdays in March. We're paid every other Thursday. So that's that one. And then the last day of the month, which happens to be the 31st. So now I know when my paychecks are going to come in, what source they're coming from. So if you have a side hustle, you can add your side hustle in here. Who knows, maybe someday we'll have a YouTube channel side hustle going. See what's going on with that. But the very first thing that I like to do is list my projected income, and I do that in pencil. My entire budget in my planner is always done in pencil. And the reason is because I like to forecast where my money is going to be allocated, where my checks are going to be allocated. It just helps keep me on track. It helps keep me, I don't know, it keeps my mind from going back and forth. Am I going to be able to pay that? I don't know if I'm going to be able to pay that. So as long as I can have that separated and sorted out, I'm okay. So I'm going to look here and see in a previous, in one of my previous planners, we're going to just set up a quick budget. So I'm going to list my paychecks. And for me, the very first thing that I always pay are my tithes. And then once I do that, okay, well, we're just going to abbreviate then. So we're going to minus our tithes. For me, that's going to give me an amount. Second thing, when I began setting up my own budget, is I paid myself. I paid 10% tithes, 10% myself. So here's my amount minus Becky. Becky gets a paycheck of something. She's going to put, even if it's just a little bit, it doesn't matter. It's going to go into my savings account, because starting Dave Ramsey, if anybody's a Dave Ramsey fan out there, you know that he says to get $1,000 savings as quick as possible. And so that was my goal. That was what I needed. I needed to do very, very quickly. And so my goal was to get that $1,000 savings as fast as possible. So I did that by paying myself into my savings account every single paycheck I had. Okay, slurp session's out of the way. All right, so that gave me a total here. So that goes across the board. Then I began allocating where my bills need to go within the month. So if I have an electric bill that's due on the 1st, that's going to go here. So we're going to minus our electric bill. Let's say we have a car payment and it's due around here, but I do my car. Let's say I want, I have recurring savings for Credit Karma. So I'm just going to put Credit Karma. We're going to take Credit Karma out of this paycheck. And let's just put debts. Minus debts. Minus debts. I don't know how I messed that one up. Oh, I didn't. Minus more debts. But you can get an idea of how that budget sets up. And then that will give me a total amount at the bottom that I have left over to decide where I need to allocate the rest of these funds. Do I need to push them into my $1,000 savings? Is that my goal? Am I going to allocate that towards debt? Or am I going to divide it up into my cash envelopes? And so I always have a cash envelope designation, so we'll get into that a little bit later. But that's kind of a quick overview on how I set up my budget. I hope this helps you. One more thing that I wanted to cover before we leave for this session, very quickly, is covering different sections in your notebook. So the other day I decided I wanted to do a deep dive research into my new role, and I wanted to put it in this planner, and I wanted to be able to find it quick because I had notes that I wanted to use. So I used my washi tape just like this. Another idea that I had told Dana about, that she said, I did not know that you could do that. I guess she said she knew about it, but maybe never even thought about it. And I thought I'd just give you a little tutorial very quickly. Let me find that section one more time. Another thing you can do, a lot of people like tabs, so I'm going to make a tab for this one. And let's see, what did we say? Let's do something wonderful. So I'm going to try to find 2 stickers that are the same size. So we'll just go ahead and use this one. Think big. This one says think big. And let's use this right now. So we're going to do that. So the way that I can make a tab is put one sticker on one side of your page, but I want that to be a designated tab. So all I'm going to do is just add another sticker on the back. Now, if you want to get fancy, which I have done before, I didn't think about this, but I could show you. Oh yeah, let me show you really quick. Hold on just a moment. All right, thought I would show you really quick. In my Bible, I have a lot of tabs that's utilizing the same system. So I have small tabs, small stickers. You can see those stickers here, but you can also see that I have tape. Let me see if you can see that. I think you can. Yeah, you can see that I have tape. I've taped it so that it is stronger because my page is very thin and flimsy and I don't want it to, I don't want to lose it. So anyway, that's how you make those stickers. And just stick a piece of tape over the top of your sticker and you'll strengthen that right up, and there you go. So I hope you enjoyed today's project. I'm going to try to make this video as short as possible, but if not, I'm going to ask for your forgiveness right up ahead. I'm a talker. I love to talk. I love to explain and to teach, but you know, you do what you can do. You do you, boo. That's what they all say. And I'm going to go try to edit this video, get it up as quick as possible, and I'll also give you the full how to make your own budget binder. And anyway, if you like this, go ahead, hit the like button, the subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe to Dana's channel because we're going to have lots of great content for you coming forward, especially during the summer. We've been talking a lot about different activities that we want to do and content that we want to create for our channel. So stay tuned and like, comment, subscribe, share. Tell me if you have any projects you want me to do, and maybe I can find a way to get those on for you. So anyway, until next time, have a great day. I'm so proud of you and love you all. Bye-bye.